This is going to be a walk around of my 2011 Super Duty. Seen a few of these on YouTube, and it just wasn't as descriptive as I like, so I thought I'd put up one of my own. This is a big truck, man. I need to step back. So this is a F350 XLT gas. As cool as a diesel is, I didn't think I needed the $8,000 option. Mostly because I don't put a lot of miles on a truck, and I do a lot of short trips, stop and go, you know, just driving around town, and I just didn't think a diesel would work for that. We'll put a few options on myself. Toolbox. I know it's little. I have a nice big Delta toolbox, but I like the low profile of this one, and I have a gooseneck trailer, and I'm just worried about it coming into contact with it. So I like that it's little, and I put stuff in there. It doesn't slide around all over the place. So as you can see, my business is on there. It's a work truck. Just about every mile this thing goes, it's working for me. So I'll have the build sheet here that came with it, if you want to check it out, and all the options it has. You'll have to pause and read that. But I didn't pay that much. This is actually a used truck to me. It's 2011 with 16,000 clicks on it, and I've only bought one new truck in my vehicle in my life, and I swear I never would again. So some cheapo seat covers here, just protecting the investment. There is airbags in the side, and these were actually the only ones that were approved to have airbags, side airbags. So I went with this. You'll notice the chrome, and judging by this, you would think I was a chrome guy, but I'm not a huge chrome guy. But it's really just, I thought, again, protecting the investment. Got the wrong one. The guy actually gave me the wrong one, but there's a keyhole here and there's no key, but oh well. Chrome in the mirrors, full. Again, it's a lot of chrome. You can't see here, but it's a little bit of flashing on the inside of these or the outside of these mirrors. It actually really bothered me. I mean, so this covers it all up, and again, it protects it. And at the back as well, the tailgate. These are like Lee press-ons. They just cover up. And then at the front, this is recommended to me as well. These are stainless steel grill inserts. And I like the truck, but man, I thought the stainless steel breaks up the chrome, it makes the chrome more even. I wasn't crazy about the chrome bars at the front, and this just kind of makes it a little more uniform. No fog lights, standard tow hooks, and just the standard tires. I like that they're not chrome, they're just forged aluminum, but a little small for the truck, so they may change, but again, it's a work truck, so it's not a huge deal to me. Keypad, you can program your own keypad in number, which I did. It's in the book how to do it, and as well, when you lock and unlock the truck, and it only unlocks the driver's door. I didn't like that. So if you push both buttons at the same time, it'll program it to, when you unlock it, unlocks all four. Nice touch by Ford, I thought. This truck is so quiet, I had to put in, these are just kind of craft store foam sheets, and I foamed everything. Once I put all my tools in here, and this is like drawer liner, they rattled around and they drove me nuts. The truck is so quiet, so I added these little foam inserts, and so that nothing rattled around. Yeah, automatic lights. We'll get in and fire her up. It's like a push button start almost, right? You just touch it, it starts itself. You don't have to hold the key. Hopefully the sun's not going to bug us too much. So I don't have the info screen. I just have the base package here with the info screen, and I'm actually okay with that. I find screens and things get dated so quickly in vehicles. If you look at the first kind of nav screens and stuff that came in vehicles, if you look at them now, oh, they're all grainy and they don't look as great. So this is an interesting setup. I got it on the mileage. We're sitting here idling, so the mileage is the worst. We're in French method here, so since we're in Canada, but we can change that over to US Imperial. But if you just select through, and there's the cruise up here and down here, on off cruise, and then just faster slower. But if we go through and push info, it'll just scroll through kind of just things, just the permanent information. That's what I got on her. My trips, how much to empty, fuel mileage, which is terrible. But I've been driving a lot around town, so it's been bad. I've been on the highway and reset it, and the mileage isn't that bad, and it's definitely not worse than my old 5.4, I'll tell you that. And so if we go back to setup, we can change, right? So push reset to change that. English or metric. I love it. But and then there's tons of stuff. Auto lamp, so you can take the keys out, headlights stay on for, in this case, 30 seconds. You can change it by hitting reset. Auto lock, I don't like it when it locks me as soon as you take off, so it's off. Doors never lock. And then also auto unlock. Mine I leave off, but push reset to change it. Courtesy wipe, really neat. Ford thought this truck out. After you wash your windows with the washer, about a second or two later, it'll do a courtesy wipe. I gotta go through here again. So it'll just kind of wipe it again after a second or two after you wash your windows. Rear park aid, yeah, it's got the backup sensor, the backup camera. You can turn that off or on. Something I noticed after I washed my truck in the cold, the parking sensor was going crazy every time I backed up. So if you're backing up and it's going crazy, your tailgate's down or something, and you don't want the beep beep beep, just hit reset and it'll just cancel it for that one-time use. We'll go back through here again. Courtesy wipe, parking aid is on. Trailer sway on. I tow a trailer, so we leave that on. Brake control. You can set your own key settings, so you put your key in and it'll go automatically to I think that was it. It'll go automatically to switch everything to to where your key has been programmed, like where your seat is and how you like your the computer setup. So something really nice Ford's done is transmission temperature, which you can see in the center to the right. We got engine temperature and transmission temperature. So if you're cooking your transmission, you can back off. So truck's 4x4. But another thing is really nice. There's no, on Super Duties, there's no limited slip anymore. So you can go 4-wheel drive, back to 2-wheel drive. There's no limited slip anymore. But if you pull, a little symbol comes up. It'll lock the rear diff under a certain speed, which is really nice. I like it. They really thought about it. And then of course, it automatically locks the hubs when you go to 4-wheel drive. But there's also a bypass manual hub on it. I've never been a Ford guy. I've never grown up with Fords, but Ford has done their homework. Everything you touch on this truck, it just has a real kind of satisfying click to it. And I'm really, really tactile. And if you turn anything, you touch anything, it's just buttery, smooth, soft. I don't have climate control. And I'm glad. I mean, I didn't really have a choice when I bought this truck used, but I like just kind of the baseness of this truck, and again, it's a work truck and not, just used for work. So vents are just infinitely variable. I mean, it's just, that makes sense. Basic radio controls. I mean, I'm not going to go into that. You guys know how to work a radio. The power points. I think I've counted 5 so far. 1 here, 2 over here, 1 in here, which I'm using for my cell phone, which is up to 3, and there's 2 in the back, which we'll hopefully get to. Just you hook up for your MP3 player, line in. There's also a USB port here on some trucks, which would have been nice, but I don't have it. Backup sensor. Oh yeah. So the camera and the sensor, you can see we're right up on the door, so it's beeping like crazy. If I push reset, hopefully silences it. Nice. And then even if you drive forward a bit, or it keeps that on for a minute or two, or a second or two, just if you're lining up a trailer. So if you can like go back and forth, and it'll keep the camera on. A nice little feature. This little cubbies everywhere. There's one here. Just really nice. We'll do a walk around here. Nice sound to it. I mean, I'm all by myself, so I can't rev it up, but if you're into the sound, I mean, it's almost a dirty sound to the truck. And the only thing I can compare it to is like the Mercedes 6.2 liter engines, which they call 6.3. And if you see them on Top Gear, they just have that almost a dirty, like you try to make a funny sound, but it's nice. The 6.2, I mean, pretty new engine. Tough to say too much about it. I mean, there's all the power you want there. It is a high revving motor, and anyone who's had a 5.4 before it, might be a little leery of that, because a 5.4 is just such a torque monster. It didn't have a lot of high revving horsepower. That, embarrassingly, I forgot how to get in this. There we go. That it didn't have the high output that the competitors did, like the Hemis and whatnot. But huge torque. But I mean, this is, you're definitely not going to be hurting for torque. There's a lot of low end torque with the variable valve phase or cam phasing, and it definitely has a power high power, but her power high up in the RPM range. You notice how the radiators are set back on an angle a bit. There's not much to see here. You're not going to be working much on this yourself. So I was talking power points. One in the back. You got some vents in the back. I mean, this is an option here for the AC. Nice little thing. Truth be known, I'd rather have a seat here than this, but again, this is the way it came, because I'd rather have the option for 6-passenger, especially in a truck this big. But that's how it came. And I believe if we lift this seat, another power point under here for a total of 5. That's all I've found so far. If you can't live with 5, then I don't know. But it's good, you know. Flip down here, and you got the spotlights as well back here, as well as way up front there. Running boards are an option, but I mean, for a truck this high, a necessity. And I put some little mud flaps on. I've had these cheap little mud flaps on my old truck, and you know, they were fine. I never had a problem with them. There's existing holes to put the hardware in, so it was nice. I parked a little close to my garage, so there is a step in it. I'm sure you've all seen it. Again, for me, probably prefer not to have it, just because I load a lot of pallets in my truck and I'm worried this is going to catch. But we'll see how it is. The tailgate does come off, but it is heavy. It has an assist, so it's light to lift up and down, but once you get it off, it's heavy. Did a spray and box liner, and of course you can see the fifth wheel hitches, but considering putting plywood back here as well, just because and then cut out where the fifth wheel rails are, just to make a bit of a lower or a smooth loading. Shut her down. No manual option on these Super Duties anymore. Just a 6-speed automatic, which is good. No complaints there. And we're getting close to 20 minutes, so I hope that covers it all. I didn't think I could blab for that long. But that is my Ford Super Duty. Oh, the mirrors. I should have showed you the mirrors. We will be over 20 minutes with the mirrors. Will they work? Pull back, just like a transformer. Comes in and out. Simply that easy. And then there's in and out for when you're towing. Nice feature. You know, you pull into the car wash or something, it's a little narrow. You just hit that switch, and then you don't have to worry. And I have a friend, guy I work with, the truck of a different brand, and he's knocked his mirrors off going down the street because they stick out so far. Alright, thanks for watching.